Yo, what's up, everybody? A little late start today. We're all here, DanMalore and YoJimbo. Yeah, how about that? What was it called again? Dreams and Madness?
Dreams and Madness.
All right. Yeah, that was probably one of the better episodes of the season so far.
Oh yeah,
Which is
I
a line
definitely
from the
agree.
previous episode.
Oh,
Balin was describing,
what it's like there.
which is interesting. I don't know how telling that is.
The
but,
atmosphere of the planet is Dreams and Madness.
right.
Looking forward. Just to get the standard stuff out of the way, this episode was written by Dave Filoni. Big surprise. I
Wow.
wonder if he's going to direct the last episode. And it was directed by Guida Vasant Patel. She is best known for directing episodes of House of the Dragon
Yes.
and The Runaways, which I'm not familiar with.
The what? The Runaways? That was a Marvel X-Men thing.
Oh, cool.
It's like it was the X-Men. Sorry, it was mutants, but it wasn't the X-Men. It was on, I think, ABC or something. I don't know. It was decent.
Okay, so yeah, she has experience then in this type of episodic content.
Yeah,
so
for
it
sure.
showed it was really good. I'm just gonna say at this point, just give Dave Filoni the keys to the king. Come on, the people who make Andor and Dave Filoni, and just let them do their thing, work their magic. Because yeah, this is a fantastic episode. Leaning into that fantasy stuff. A lot of cool stuff happened in it, so we'll take it one step at a time here as we get the episode streamed up here. Any thoughts, Jimbo?
Nah.
Well, okay, so the thumbnail,
It was a great episode.
the thumbnail for this episode was a shot of, was it Mon Mothma?
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh, those guys are gonna get their
I thought we were gonna get our tribunal.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you sort of did, but they got it all wrapped up and out of the way in
In
the
one-
prologue.
In one scene.
Yep.
Yeah,
And even had a cool cameo, which we'll get to.
oh yeah. I
Yep.
don't know what's going on with.
And some droid profanity, probably.
Yep. Voiced
Yeah.
by Dave Filoni.
Yeah,
Again.
no, that definitely was what Chopper was having a little fit,
Mhm.
a fit right there.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, that guy was talking smack. Just a reminder that senator is
It's Kaz's dad.
Kaz's dad.
Kaz from Rebellion.
Yeah.
That's his dad. And what a crappy dad.
and he's a jerk. I think, from what I remember, he's a jerk in that show too.
Yeah, in Rebellion, he was kind of a first order sympathizer.
Yeah, that's where
And
they're portraying him.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer. Coruscant always looks so good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks so good. I thought for a second it would be the Senate House, but this is more of like a military court.
Yeah, they kind of yeah, that's a pretty awesome shot. I mean,
It's just getting better. Just think about this. Coruscant will continue to get better and better as time goes on. Like as special effects get even better, it's just going to always look even better.
right.
Isn't that
But
amazing?
that symbol though in the middle, it almost looks like someone giving the finger.
It does.
It does.
It does. I didn't even think about it.
I didn't
Okay,
think about
good
it until right now.
Good observation. Oh man, I wonder if that's like a slight thing on their part.
Right?
That's hilarious, man. It kind of
And it does have the phoenix in the center of our teeth there. So.
sounds good.
Yeah, that is the phoenix in the.
No, but it's the finger now. I'm never gonna unsee that. You just kind of
Flipping off the, like,
Ruined it for everybody.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. I just noticed that right now. I know I'm like kind of nitpicking. Where is? Let me bring this up on here. I don't have my screen set up and down like I normally do. So, where the heck is Hera's shadow?
Oh yeah, it's in the other shadow.
Is it blended
Yeah.
with the other shadow?
No, you can kind of see it. It is in the shadow.
They ran out of budget.
The light source is being cast like this upward, and then there's her side ones like
Okay.
Her
That
left
was
foot
the
is
one
in
thing
between
that
her
they
feet.
just couldn't do.
All right. So like,
They're
she
like, do you
almost-
want more Purgles explosions or do you want to
Purgles.
per explosions? Is that
more
is-
Purgle explosion?
per explosion? So yeah, so
Can't be
this
running
guy,
this.
oh darn it,
Can't be running this republic like the rebellion.
right?
And the answer is why not?
Yeah, she's got that
So,
dice
yeah.
on her shoulder. Leave her alone. She earned
Right.
it.
She's got the she works for Purina.
Mhm.
I know. I wonder how
But-
they didn't get a copyright strike
No,
by using that.
dude, that was so. This is
Yeah.
this is. Dang it,
Kaz's dad.
I'm not getting used to that. Yeah, that's Kaz's dad, and yeah,
He's got like a
I think it's a
personal
pretty
axe to
good-
grind.
it's a pretty good casting, I think. But he does seem a little young
For a senator.
for the person
For a
that
first order sympathizer.
yeah, for a guy who kind of like, I mean, how long after Return of the Jedi does the Rebellion show take place or whatever, or Rise of the was Resistance, that's what it's called. Star Wars Resistance, yes.
Isn't that 20 years?
Right. So I mean it takes place right at the beginning of like the First Order taking control of stuff. So it's like where's his kid?
Keep in mind, he's rich.
Yeah,
And he could be older. Like they have good plastic surgery in Star Wars.
that's
Good
true.
medicine.
And
That's
then
true.
he's on another planet. Maybe their time dilation is different. A wizard did
Sleeps in a back to tank.
it. Totally. Sleeps in a back to tank is like a hyperbaric chamber of the Star Wars universe.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But she really lays into him. Like she puts a burn on him.
Mm-hmm.
For she's more worried about like him ignoring what's happening rather
Look,
than
it's
the Walmart greeters. The Walmart greeter soldiers from the New Republic.
right.
So, yeah, time for
But
to get a
here's-
cameo.
okay, when they mentioned that somebody was here, I thought it was going to be Leia herself, but
No.
I was like, "There's no way they're going to do that."
No, they can't. They like because the girl that played Leia on Obi-Wan's way too young, and
And they
You're
haven't
gonna-
recast her yet.
Billy Lord
I think
doesn't make that great of a young character. Doesn't make I get it,
Well, she would be middle age at this point.
right? But it's like
Do you think that brings up a question? Do you think they're ever going to recast Leia Organa in
no,
future content? They're just going to let
No.
her be off screen forever.
they're gonna let I don't think we're gonna see Leia in anything that's set post Jedi
Mm-hmm.
until the stuff that we've already seen being the sequel trilogy.
The reaction to CG Carrie
Yeah.
Fisher has not been.
I mean, what if it
popular in
gets
the
so
past.
good though, within the next 10, 15 years, like, and they want to do shows about
It's not
I-
just
the
it's not
spirit.
just how good it technically is though. It's how good taste it is.
with the audience.
Yeah.
accept it.
I think
I mean, they did. What's his
I-
name? In,
What?
in Rogue One.
Tarkin.
that was a good
Yeah,
one.
but that's
People
not
complained about that too.
that's not Carrie Fisher. That's a dude that was famous for doing Hammer horror films and being Sherlock. Like
Mhm.
he's a monster.
Yeah.
Tarkin is a monster.
I think you're right. I was just wondering if there's any way that they're gonna ever bring her back on screen or have her voice on screen. Who knows?
Right. No, I think they'll end up doing things like this.
Yeah.
They'll have an envoy for her. It'll usually be 3PO. And as
Uh-huh.
long as Tony Daniels sticks around, we're good.
And I could see.
And then when
a
he's
teenage,
not, you still got R2.
yeah.
I could see a teenage Princess Leia show as what's her
Yeah.
name grows up a little bit.
I can't remember the actress's name, the one that was on Obi-Wan. But like if they could continue using her in early stuff, and then as she ages, maybe eventually she could be like as she becomes
She could take them out.
the ages, but it's sort of a recast, but not really. Like I don't know. It's like
It's a
that
recast.
fine line in between. But yeah, Anthony Daniels.
Yeah, I wonder how much they paid him to be on.
Do you know who I
He
am?
got paid. I
Yeah.
know. That's literally his attitude in real life too.
How he enters the show.
Yeah.
You don't have any identification.
To be fair, and I was like, you better listen to him. This droid has been through more than everybody in that room, right?
Mhm.
As far as like a rebellion and fighting for
This-
the rebellion.
Are we
So-
supposed to take the word of these
This is
droids?
oh right, yeah, totally racist against droids
Mhm.
or speciesist or however you want to put it. But yeah, that's definitely Chopper chatters angrily. That's definitely profanity.
What
Mhm.
the? when-
And I didn't know Carson Teva was just a 2 dot.
yeah.
That man needs a 3rd dot.
No, that takes him out of the cockpit.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? You're
He
probably
doesn't
right.
want- he
Yeah.
doesn't want promotion. He's kind of one of those
Yeah.
guys. But he knows everybody. Apparently, he's got friends in high places.
He's still in
Yeah.
like the commander of
He's-
a strike unit.
Oh, was
He'll,
it?
he'll have his own show too.
Yeah.
Just imagine everybody you see, like
Yeah.
every
It was-
character is going to.
It's going to be called Rangers of the Old Republic, right?
No, I mean like an
New
origin
Republic.
story
Co-starring Cara Dune.
because he was definitely a pilot during the rebellion, obviously. So that's how he got to know it.
You know what I love? Just when they're done with this like discussion, Carson talking to 3PO.
Oh.
Like look at how happy he is.
Oh.
Like, he's like living out the, like a lifelong dream. Like seriously,
Let's see.
he's talking
Let's,
to
let's,
3PO.
let's
like,
see if we could get that little shot.
see?
They all,
Yeah.
they all know. They all know. They're old buddies. They're old buddies.
Yeah, but
No, that is a very giddy man trying to hide it.
yeah,
And he just saved. He just saved everyone's behinds.
Yeah.
he's acting less excited. Like
Yeah, so you know, we kind of skipped over it. Leia sends 3PO to take the heat off of Hera and put it on to Leia.
yeah,
And she's like kind of in charge, so how much heat can she possibly get? But yeah,
retroactively
Yeah.
covering her.
Leia being her normal badass self without even needing to be on camera. So
She just trusts her people though.
yeah, she knows who's doing the work and who's making the motions. So, let's see, where are we? Dang it, keep losing the mouse placement. So, yeah, all right. So that was it for the court proceedings. This is, I'm just gonna throw that on there just for a second. Looks pretty cool.
They didn't show the Mandalorian, which I was hoping. Seeing the Purgles from the other side of the.
Oh, the little thing with Grogu. They
Uh-huh.
would have had to been way off course to run into that particular pod of whales. You know.
True.
And
But-
then another Hayden Christian.
Yeah. So we get a little training scenario
Mhm.
scene with some more de-aged Hayden Christensen. I keep missing, but he name drops Asajj Ventress, which is dope because you know one day maybe we'll get to see her on screen. That would be awesome. But there we go. It's pretty good shot at Hayden hologram style.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's looking really good wearing the Jedi armor again.
Yep, armor
I-
over robes.
what I like about this is I just like to see this period of the Jedi Order, military Jedi.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Military Jedi, and they wear the appropriate uniforms and armor and stuff. It's also cool because you always assume that he was doing stuff like this. How else would he communicate long distance with her and the rest of the
Mhm.
Jedi Order? But dropping her these voicemails.
And
Yeah.
then the revelation that like this wasn't an isolated like message either. Like he sent her like
More than 20.
Yeah,
More than 20.
she said more than 20 of these.
And he looks great. And this just again makes me want a live action Anakin
Mhm.
show, man. And I don't know how that could even work. but-
Also, what was his lesson though? Like, wasn't like
he was just saying goodbye.
yeah, but like he's basically saying trust your instincts. He's not saying
Yeah,
like
yeah.
don't
Just follow what the
Yeah,
order
don't-
tells you.
feel it. Just feel it out.
He's got that scar already on his
Yeah.
eye. That was the first thing I noticed. Ventress gave him that scar, right?
Yes,
I forgot if that
yes,
was
but she did that in the Getty Tartakovsky Clone Wars cartoon.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know what his canon reason for the scar is.
I think it's off
I
screen.
think it's still Asajj Ventress, but I don't know if it's the same fight.
That's awesome. And that she actually saved those.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder where all those recordings are because the fact that Anakin is
They're in
Darth
that
Vader-
box.
No, I know. But
Here,
where's the
look.
box in the future? I have
I
a
mean,
feeling. I'm getting a seeking suspicion.
Yeah, they're in
Ahsoka doesn't come back
that
from another
box
galaxy. I think that this is
right there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is where it's headed. I don't think she's coming back.
Who?
Ahsoka.
You think she's gonna get stuck in
She's
this?
gonna get stuck in the other guy and fight evil in that galaxy. That's just my.
I think that's a waste of a character.
No, it opens up a whole new story. What do you mean? And it explains why she's not available in any of the other stuff. She's not visible in any other content. She's in another galaxy.
It's a big
I hate
it's a
to
big
tell
galaxy,
you,
though.
I don't think Ezra's making it back either.
So Sabine neither then?
Yeah,
Sabine, yeah,
I
because
think this is a start of a new Filoni like thing where they do, and there might be some crossover in the Filoni movie, but I don't think they're coming back.
I don't know.
I think they're getting stranded. They're definitely not coming back this season. Definitely not. They're stuck.
All right, you're all hearing it now.
Yeah, he's making predictions.
He's making predictions.
I just have a feeling, and then we'll get to Balin and all his stuff coming up too. This is always cool to see ships coming out of hyperspace, but then you see whales coming out of hyperspace
and it looks pretty much the same.
into real space.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed it.
Missed what?
The actual
no.
warping in.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you got
Oh
it.
well. No,
No,
I
I
didn't.
thought
I
you
wasn't
just-
sharing
For
it.
the stream.
Sorry, I'm not going back.
Go watch the show.
But okay, so this was I mean she's not in the chat right now, but I was talking to Emily about this the other day, and this minefield that they're starting to fly through. I was like, is this the reason that the Purgle come to this planet to die? Is this the reason that they die?
Because there's mines.
Because there's
there.
freaking mines
Yeah, that would
everywhere?
explain-
Or is
But-
that, or was this a new thing? And
They do.
later on, we
Uh-huh.
do discover that it's a new
Now,
thing.
I'm starting to think
It's an
that
imperial mine.
they don't necessarily just come here to die. They do eventually die here, but this is like a stopping point for them.
Right.
So like, because they're not going to hang around and they're like, screw this.
Right.
Now, explain to me this: where the heck did they get so many mines?
They
I mean,
manufacture.
there's no way that a Star Destroyer could carry that many. in
They're
there,
pretty,
but, yeah,
What do you mean?
they're pretty small.
Yeah, but they're no. I mean, no, they look huge to me. They look like
Put a
small
look.
spacecraft. But maybe it's just this
No,
force
it's
perspective.
force perspective.
But still,
It's,
they're,
I'm thinking
like
that they're
the
probably
format,
about the
yeah.
size of a baseball. They're like a remote.
they have
Nah, they look-
enough.
With a bunch of,
It's like a fleet worth. Oh, I know. Classic Star Wars argument about jinxing. You had to say something.
ruining the luck by observing something. But they don't seem that big. The mines, like 5 feet maybe. That's pretty big, but
There's so many of them though. There's like 100 million of them. Just look. That's the only thing that I was laughing at. He's had a lot of time on his hands. Okay.
they have a lot. They
it's
have
an
had
admiral's flagship. They probably have like weapons manufacturing facilities for like minefields because it's a strategically important thing to be able to produce.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And whatever resources they could gather up on the planet. I mean,
That thing has a lot of fighters too.
Uh,
I thought they lost them all during the original chase, but I guess they did.
Did you catch the gunship fighters, which were dropping the stormtroopers off, being basically modified? Like
yes, yeah. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
but like they don't have standard stuff anymore.
No,
Like that was when we're getting to like the starfighters. Their starfighters don't even look like.
Well, these are the ones they brought with the what's the ring called? Did they ever name that ship?
I don't think they did.
No,
It's
so
just
those are.
It's just a
Elsbeth's-
hyperspace ring. Yeah.
Extra large one.
Yeah.
Anytime they go through any type of field, asteroid field, bone field, ice field, it's always great.
whale.
So I wonder if they'll add this bone field to Star Tours at Disneyland,
That would be cool.
right?
They should. I mean, they already did the assets for it.
I mean, a couple weeks ago when I went to Disneyland, I got all sequel trilogy for Star Tours.
Ah.
That was interesting. All right, so yeah, so Ahsoka and Hu Yang are being chased by those ships, and now Thrawn's finding out what the deal was,
He's always so smug because he's like
and
three steps
and this is
ahead.
when he finds out
Uh-huh.
who. Let's see. I'm just see if I can get this.
But he knows Anakin, so
This yeah, no, but like this look, he's like, oh,
Oh, the little file.
Oh,
Were you
it's
planning to share this with me at any point, perhaps?
her master is Anakin Skywalker. Yes.
It all clicks together.
Yeah, the biggest pain in that and that's of
He's
the
keeping pretty calm now.
well, he's Thrawn. Like, I mean, he's gonna be as that's so I'm gonna put that back. This is
perturbed.
this Thrawn's panic face.
Yeah.
As he's processing within 2 seconds what to do.
Yeah.
But he's one of the only people that knows Anakin is Vader in the galaxy.
Oh, that's true.
He's one of the only people
Yeah.
that knows.
Yeah, and he knows that he's up against someone that dude trained.
And even if he didn't know directly, have firsthand information, he would have analyzed the behavior patterns and the timing and known he's that good and smart.
But
Yeah.
realizing who she is and deciding like,
Enoch.
okay, no more resources.
Uh-huh.
Like, wait till she comes out. Like,
More of these ghost holograms.
Yeah, no, he looks pretty cool.
More of the
What's up with those eyes?
scary
Like, and he
It's the
definitely
tech.
doesn't look happy.
witch tech.
no.
Well, he's probably on his third life now. By the time
Probably.
he dies, they bring him back. And he's had to do a lot of bad things to get to this, to be in his confidence.
So yeah, so Thrawn tells the fighters to break off and let Ahsoka basically come to them.
He's like, I've seen enough of these Star Wars shows to know what to do in this situation, so we're gonna let her take the first.
Yeah.
Take the lead.
Make her think she's doing what
Uh-huh.
she wants to do, even though we know exactly what she's going to do.
Yeah, he
Well,
tried to deflect.
I mean, how many objectives are there in this galaxy for her?
Not many.
Not many. So all you can control most of the variables.
Yeah.
You are a target, which is the less likely target, and the other target would be Ezra.
Yeah.
And Sabine.
Ezra's Sabine's probably her primary. Ezra is
Secondary.
secondary but it's Sabine's primary, so
Mhm.
it's that all works out. Plus,
And-
he's
and-
already got two people tracking them. Two people with lightsabers, so
Mhm.
Turn out, power down. Classic Star Wars move.
Yeah.
They can't find you.
right.
But
But-
like Thrawn says, like they're good at hiding. It's like their thing.
Says-
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically calls everything that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
He just knows he's been to this rodeo before.
Thrawn, yeah.
Did you catch that there's like creatures in the actual whale
Uh-huh.
ball? Like nice touch
Like shrimp.
because it is like that's what like the
Yeah.
whale zone, the whale ball have their own little biomes of creatures that are picking it apart.
Otherwise, they would just mummify.
A lot of stuff to use there.
Then we get Ezra and Sabine in the wagon train, basically, and this is like a
Yeah.
total throwback to like Western.
This is
You know?
Yep.
the roly poly wagon train.
Wagon train.
Wagon Train to the Stars. That's for reference to the other franchise, but there's some elements of that Western in Star Wars a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Han
Right.
Solo. It's kind of a cowboy.
Sabine being tight-lipped with information as
I
usual.
know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's like, he at this point, he's like, you're being sketchy. You're not telling me anything.
Someone pointed out though that like she's always been that way. Like she didn't tell anybody about what happened to her family without like a lot of prodding. Like basically bringing her to like the point of like an emotional breakdown to get anything out of her. Oh, okay, that's well the way
She's
she's
just living in the moment.
yeah.
Look at that. She got not a care in the world.
Mandalorian.
Hi, Kirsten.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. Doesn't bother her. Can you
So-
put a freeze
so-
frame of this so that people can see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the portrayal of Ezra?
Oh, he's great, man.
Yeah,
like
no,
because his
he's great.
personality is starting to come out. Like
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
keep in mind, he's been stuck on this planet for 10 years with these little hermit crabs.
Yeah.
He's a little
But-
eccentric now.
The first humanish person he's interact with. I say humanish because there's the marauders on the planet that I'm sure he's interacted with.
yeah,
But this is the first one. This is the first one that hasn't tried to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
That's an old friend, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gone a little native.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, what are you gonna do?
I mean, he stopped shaving. That's for sure.
I mean, what's the point?
Shaving. There's.
He's on
less
like
crumbs
any,
in your
like
beard.
any of the hermit people care.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a name too. I feel bad.
The Nodi.
The Nodi, yeah. He's, you know what? He's gonna be kind of annoyed that she hasn't told him anything like of substance, other than the history of the battles and everything.
Right.
And then wait a minute, Endor being the end of the war. I'm sorry, Jakku is the actual end of the war.
No,
But I guess she was describing the Jakku was the very last battle in the war against the Empire.
was that on screen or is that just some graveyard of ships that they told us some random stuff about?
I mean, it's shown in the games. All the
Yeah, are they canon anymore?
yeah, they're canon.
No,
seems like
no,
they're
no.
seems like
The
they're
end
pretty.
of the war is the definitive battle, and that was the definitive battle.
When the Emperor died, for sure.
Yeah, like at that point, like it's a foregone conclusion. You've lost your
Yeah,
you created cut off the head of the organization.
Well, she stopped
And
at,
then you cut
at
out
the
the number
Emperor dying
two.
because she probably
And then-
didn't want to. But it took several years before Jakku happened.
has Jakku even happened yet in this timeline?
we don't really
the-
know. Like
If I get my wish, we're about that'll be the Filoni movie.
yeah,
The Battle of Jakku will be.
because
Jakku happened about 3 years after Jedi, so it's happened in this. But he's right. It's not.
Where does it say that?
Huh?
Where does it say
In
that?
the Aftermath books. There's a trilogy of books that came out.
Books.
Yeah.
Books.
They're canon books.
Books. Live action or doesn't matter.
There's a lot of like the
Live action animated doesn't matter.
all the
Outside
stuff
of
that happened to Boba Fett is covered in Aftermath. There's a lot of stuff that's all intertwined. It's a combined universe.
okay, but the problem is
I'm
then,
not saying you have
then
to
you're also
recognize it.
going to start going after the comic books. Comic books are canon at this point. Like
The
current
Vader
ones.
comics are
Yeah,
Aphra and all that.
but
stuff.
it's there's stuff that they could play with.
I haven't really dug into those comic books, but the Afro stuff was.
I mean
Vader down. Was
the
cool.
way that Kanan's master dies in Bad Batch and the way that Kanan's master dies in the books are not the comic books are not the same. So who's to say now? Whatever shows up in this live in the motion picture format,
Consider
being
everything.
animation and live action.
I'm not going to argue with you, but there is like a huge trilogy of books. It was like a big deal. Like
Yeah.
during the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
Think of it like
but the sequel trilogy isn't a big deal. It's
Think of it-
garbage.
think of it like folklore
Right.
though. Think of it like
I-
folklore though.
I'm not going to
If-
argue
if
that
it-
point either.
Believe what you've seen in movies because that is basically the alpha canon. Anything else is not like canon until it's been on celluloid or a TV show.
Okay. I mean, this was
Because
like a tie. These were tie-in with the films and everything. I know people don't recognize the sequel trilogy. I'm just saying, like, for the story content, like the video games crossed over with Jakku,
Like
like the whole Jakku thing. Like Jakku is like in a major place in the
yeah,
sequel trilogy canon. You know,
Yeah,
there's a lot of history there. Like there's a observatory that showed them how to get to the unknown regions where Palpatine somehow returns. You know, and all
Exegol?
that. Yeah.
you mean with the dagger?
the dagger, the dagger. The
I'm not.
The
and
dagger
don't get
that
me
someone.
wrong. I'm not defending any of that stuff. Okay? I'm just saying that's where the current canon lies.
So,
Pablo
so,
Hidalgo and all those dudes.
so the dagger is crafted by someone who knows 1,000-year-old, like 1,000-year band dead language enough to carve it onto a thing. Goes to where the Death Star crash, creates a perfect outline of.
You're not going to argue with something that's in an ocean that moves constantly.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be there perfectly the way the dagger is. Like,
And they happen to know where Exegol is. Like
Yeah.
wow.
I think those were written in like a 15-minute brainstorming session and then never really fleshed out. But
You mean Cocaine Frenzy? Yeah.
yeah, I'm not going to talk about that robot. So let's get back to this episode though, because this is
Right,
really
right.
cool.
Yeah.
So here's the Marauder Squad: Balin, Shin, and whatever the heck those dudes are, and they're all riding those wolf dog things.
Mm-hmm. And you can tell which one's the leader of them because he's hanging out close to Balin, like his
Right.
wing
Well,
helmet.
the dude with the fancy hat.
What is Baffy saying here about the go into the water? Who
Oh, that's
calls-
metal. That's a Metalocalypse thing. That's why I got away from you for a second and
Focused on that.
live there,
Ah.
die there. Yeah.
his personality is changing quite quickly. I want to see what's happening with.
Yeah.
Because in last episode he seemed like he was like, I'm gonna be your master, we're gonna be in this together, homies forever. And then in this episode,
Well, yeah, but Shin kind of like made it clear that she was after power.
Yeah.
And Balin doesn't seem to be after power.
No. In fact, he wants to break the cycle.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what kind of happened though. Beginning of the series, those two are in like concert. They're together. They're like in simpatico, and Ahsoka and Sabine are completely not. And like so, somewhere along the line, the wire switched. Like
they're reversing.
yeah, even though they're out of contact with each other, like being out of contact made her like, oh okay. Especially since they're gonna spoiler.
Oh, I should have stopped
Their
there.
armor looks so good. Is this where'd they get? Did they have this armor when they came to the planet?
Yeah.
Perdia, whatever.
That was with the armor they've been wearing the whole season.
Yeah, it's
They
good.
have they haven't got a
Whoever,
costume change.
shout out to whoever's designing that stuff and like doing a great job. It looks good.
It
doesn't
does
look like Walmart armor.
No.
Because some shows cheap out on it, you know, and it shows.
And if you're using a lightsaber, those are the areas you kind of need protected.
It doesn't look 3D printed.
wrists and shoulders. No, it definitely does not look. Well,
where were they
maybe
complaining
a
about?
little.
That Lord of the Rings show on Amazon? Like, there's a lot of 3D printing going on.
Yeah.
People complain about the armor.
Amongst other things they complained about.
Oh, yeah, that was one of the most minimal things about it.
So yeah, so they cut away from that to back to Thrawn, asking for Great Mother's assistance.
It's telling that you have to stop so often because so much is happening in these episodes now.
Yeah,
and like so much juicy stuff. Like, it's telling that you have to stop so often. But now I recognize her.
Now you recognize
actress.
Claudia Black?
We have to stop and mention her.
Yep.
Looks great with the makeup and everything.
Yep.
Which one is Claudia Black? The one
right
in the middle?
middle.
Okay.
Yep.
You can kind of see they get to the influence of like Darth Maul influence, although he is multicolored and they're just like one color. They're like older, but
yeah, but
they're there's a design language to their
the Night
species.
the Night Sisters took Maul and from just being a regular Zabrak and made him into what he is, and same with Savage, his brother. So
yeah, that was a tragic story.
yep. So it'd be cool to see Maul in live action again one day.
We probably will.
As
He's
long
got
as
his spider legs.
Get
his spider
enough
legs back
time
there.
gets between him and
Now this part, do you think they would have found Ahsoka anyway, or is it because Ahsoka was using the Force?
You mean their magic?
Yeah,
I don't
it probably
know.
helped, right?
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
helped.
It's like making waves in a pond.
Like
oh yeah, there's the little plankton.
I don't know if either of
Space
you guys.
plankton.
Yeah, I don't know if either of you guys watched the new season of like the Futurama reboot. There's an episode in a throwaway episode, but with one good line. And like they're talking, any sufficient like advanced magic is going to be indistinguishable from science. Like they reverse.
It's gone so far ahead that it reverses.
Yeah,
yes, that's
like the 3001 like reverse it.
that's the Dark Sisters triangulation magic, right?
Yep.
Yeah, their little droids are cool. I wanted them as paperweights. Wait, are those things the same? The map? They're like the same things that the map was that got them to there.
Yeah, except they're not old.
They're spheres.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's spheres.
I like the space plankton. That's
There's
a nice
that
touch.
plane, yeah.
The artists, they're like, we got to have like little things floating around there.
Little
to, like,
space
flesh
shrimp.
it out.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise,
Eating the bits of whale flesh.
yeah,
What's going to break down the whales
otherwise, it's just gonna sit there.
forever, getting slowly more and more dense.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that whole Ahsoka trying to find Sabine using the Force
Set me up with this pod.
made it.
And the real music playing.
Yeah. So
just while we're on Sabine, did you guys did you see that text I sent you about the song that you were listening to? It was performed by a LA punk band and the Illuminati Hotties.
Yep.
Not the
singer-
band, but the
singer
singer.
from the band. Yeah.
I also heard something else. Remember how you said that it sounded like Japanese when they were listening to the music?
It's Huttese.
Hotties.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the actual like nod, the nodi We're speaking Japanese in part of it.
Oh,
Like
that's
they were
cool.
like dog. like,
Wow. That's cool. I mean,
like the way you
they-
said that was in the previous episode.
I think the language people that make languages in sci-fi and in Star Wars, particular, they borrow from
Mhm.
different cultures, especially for clothing, and so I'm not surprised by that at all. But that's cool.
Yeah.
Dropping a couple
Is that
words.
is that soundtrack available somewhere?
Spotify.
Is it? Okay.
I'm sure it's
The
on
whole
Amazon
thing?
Music now and everything. I send you the link for it, so it'll take you to
All right.
Spotify. But there's a demo version of it too, which is even more like lo-fi punk
All right.
without the orchestrations in it.
Gonna have to check that out.
It's great. I even followed the singer because I want to see that band. Man. They're a Star Wars punk band.
Mhm.
Are they all an all Star Wars punk band or just that
Oh,
song?
I think I think just that song. They're not doing like the tattooing, twist.
Well, I mean, there's an old like I guess I don't know if it's thrash or grind. There's a band called Hoff. All their songs are Star Wars
related?
themed, but it's
Mhm.
I'll have to
all
look them up.
it's all
Yeah.
it's all pretty heavy metal.
You know
So here's
that-
a successful triangulation.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty
You
cool.
are here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look at Thrawn's great overlay too. He likes his hexagon
I was noticing that.
hive. Like everything to him is just a battle grid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything he's playing.
He's into BattleTech. Like he likes
Yeah.
he likes hexes.
Yes.
Like he's bringing them, like
3D
he's sitting there
chess.
like painting his own figures for his like proxies.
I mean, what else he's gonna
Like,
do for 10 years? He's been out.
No, you know that's what he's been doing. Definitely what
Get
he's
the
been
special
doing.
edition. Like add out.
What I like is how calm he is. Like things
Mhm.
could be going terribly. He's like, "This is a win for us." You're like, "What?"
Oh yeah, where is it? I wanted to put that in. So yeah,
I like.
So they
that.
found him.
Turbo Laser just going nuts, dude, going ham on them. Like, why didn't they do that before?
well they didn't know they didn't want to waste energy, and
You didn't know the exact
No, I
location.
mean-
plus they also want to flush her out.
I guess I did shoot at him when they first showed up
Like-
in that other system.
Well, yeah, but like I don't think any of
Seatoss.
these. The whole stormtroopers can't hit squat kind of thing. It's
Mhm.
stormtroopers are also good at herding people in a certain direction, and I think that's what that was. That's get going. You know where you should probably know where you're going on the planet's surface by now. So hurry up and get there so we could bomb that spot.
Even Thrawn is aware of like, how bad their aim is. Like, acceptable losses. Like, he knows exactly how many he's gonna miss.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's terrible. Some people
So
need to
here's-
practice more,
Just gonna
or just
do a
blame
little-
the blasters, right? E11.
So here's the
I like how they have TV antennas on top.
their little wagon train spotting
Yep.
friends of
His face is good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this he just turns a little bit.
this
I'm gonna
casting
mildly turn left.
this casting for Ezra they did a great job. Great job. Way better than who the rumors were about for too long.
Yeah, dude, he's such as resigned to his fate now. Like she's
Yeah.
like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" She's actually
Yeah.
hurt. She's actually hurt that
No, she looks
she is betrayed, hurt. Like she's not a happy camper
pretty upset with him.
because her
Yeah.
chances of winning this battle just like dropped by like 90% now.
Yeah. It's man, those mounts look crazy.
Uh-huh.
Just
Yeah.
gonna skip this ahead just a little bit. There's another.
Balin looks very calm and reserved, but really his armor weighs 3,000 pounds, so he
Right.
just can't move his arm.
Yeah, no, he's just stuck in place.
Yeah, he doesn't move very much. It's like, go. Barely like moves his wrist.
But yeah, that was that other dude looks pretty cool.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the design for the Marauders or whatever they're called
Yeah.
is pretty good.
I do have to say though that the one thing that bugs me about this dude is the Galactic Republic I mean, the Galactic Imperial signet on his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
It looks, I don't know. I mean, I guess the TIE fighter pilots have a symbol on
On
like
both sides.
on both sides, but that
Is it
just
not on
looks,
both sides? That's just a
I don't
sticker
know.
that's covering up the bullet wound, the blaster wound that killed him the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
They just
Okay.
slapped it over.
The sticker so you can't see his brain.
It's like when you put a band-aid on a car.
Yes.
Mhm.
You get to see those modified transports. Let this roll for a
Yeah,
second.
I
Just
am
for
gonna
us.
let that. Well, I'm gonna let that roll
Okay.
just for. Whoa.
You get to see the ribbons, the red ribbons on these guys, and I wonder
Mhm.
what that signifies. These ships were in Rebels. right?
Yes.
These are the ones on Lothal.
Yes.
It signifies that their fasteners are all broken, and now they strap their armors on.
Just with red. You know that's going to be the number one cosplay at Halloween this year.
But
Undead troopers or night troopers.
not this year.
What do you mean not this year?
Because it takes a long time to get
They
armor
could.
made.
There's going to be one or two guys that can get it done by
But they
Yeah,
already have
one
the
or two
armor.
guys. Yeah,
The guys
that's
already have
the-
the armor.
that-
But by the
Yeah.
next year, it's kind of played out. Like this is the time to do it. Like the ones who can actually do their armor quick. They're just gonna put ribbons on them and maybe paint some gold.
Of all the weapons train him in, he trains him in a slingshot.
He did
like
have a
his-
slingshot in the first season of Rebel, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I know. I seen the
But
pictures,
yeah, he didn't
but
advance their weapon tech too much.
no.
That they're pulling out like shotguns or something like that. Sabine is a blaster magnet. I've noticed in this series.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
They're like, oh, she's the one wearing the armor. Shoot her in the chest.
Well, I mean, I guess these guys wouldn't know it was Mando armor, but
The only
Well,
thing,
they've
and they
shot-
would
they've-
never do it in a show like this, but she needs to get wounded at some point.
Well, she got wounded.
she
beginning of
did.
the
She got a
season.
lightsaber through the gut.
No, but I mean like blaster like burns and stuff like that. She's just getting talked not
You want her to get shot in the face? Is that what you're saying? Because that's the only part of her that's
Because
hair singed, but they do it for Ezra, so
she's been shot in the head
she should
twice
get like
this
hair
season
singed
and
at
blocked
least.
both of them. Like
She does the
there was the one that was
Wonder
behind
Woman
her
gauntlet.
head. Like they point out, like, okay, she might not be like very good Jedi, but she does have good instincts because she's like blocked a blaster bolt coming from behind her head with her like hand. And then this one, she does it like not the same, but like the same kind of.
She's really good at block. I want the characters to get some scar or something.
Mhm.
right.
But they do singe Ezra's hair, so I'm okay.
Yep, that was a nice touch.
He's like close.
He was like kind of psyched though, too. Like,
Fighting like other force users.
Yep.
That are not witches, I guess.
Right. Yeah. No. You got kind of worried with the lightsabers. Like,
mhm.
oh, they got lightsabers.
I like.
So
I do
that's-
see it now, but
It's, no, I just wanted this line.
Mhm.
Can't leave him. Gonna circle up.
uh-huh.
Circle the wagon.
Yeah, straight up Western in this episode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty much. And like, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm gonna pop this back in. All the pods kind of close up, like oh, they're gonna not do it while I'm showing it. Like they steal up like the Batmobile in the 1st
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, they're good at arming themselves.
Yeah. So
Go more air battles, space
Mhm.
battles with the starships. He's just like, yeah, I'm totally not into this. I have bigger fish to fry.
right.
I hope they reveal at least what he's doing in the next episode.
There's been theories.
Like he's
People
being
bring
called to,
theories.
like the call of whatever's drawing him is so powerful that he's just like, bye apprentice.
Well, I mentioned the other one that like a lot of people keep saying Alboa, and then the other suggestion was I think it's called an Infinity Gate or something from the comic
I think your
books.
laptop's gonna take off.
No, it's just a fan.
It's revving up.
It's
But there's like gates of immense power that basically connect different parts of the galaxies from one to the other, like shortcuts.
I gotta mention this because it was an Easter egg from a previous episode on his gauntlet, on Balin's gauntlet. When they zoomed in, there was a list of names in Arabish,
oh
and the names were Luke, Leia, Han, Ben, and we don't know if that's just like a Arabish Easter egg. Probably is,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to throw it out there. Like we didn't miss this. I missed it, but it was mentioned on multiple sites and zoomed in.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Like, is he gonna go back and try to kill those people, or is it a hit list? We don't.
Maybe. I mean, it could.
I
be,
think it's probably just an Easter egg. Like they
Yeah.
got to put something there.
I mean, it could be just the names of the people that escaped the Death Star. They don't know what happened to Ben. There's no body. You know what I mean? Like,
is it Ben Solo or is it Ben Kenobi? We don't know.
oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's not clear. Just Ben. Yes.
I'd like to point out that she is a good commander because she realized that like what he did was right the first time, the first scene, like protecting the ship, stay like mobile. And she's like, you just got the timing wrong. Like, yeah, just do that again. It was fine.
But remember how upset I was?
Yeah, I was really mad at the time.
Balin's all annoyed because he has to get off. When they draw their lightsabers, you should freeze it so you can show the audience.
Sure.
Like he's like, oh, you know how much this armor weighs? You made me get off my mouth.
Use the Force, fool.
Right? It's such a bummer that he passed away because now everybody's like, I want a Balin show. I want a Balin. Like he's more interesting than any of the villains that we don't even know if he's like a true villain.
Is there a shot with both of them?
There. Like maybe he's just misguided. I think they're gonna do a samurai shot too, where they show him on both sides of the frame. But yeah, he needs his own origin story. That's definitely gonna happen. Needs to happen.
Well, I mean, they could do that in Tales of the Jedi kind of deal, like the animated.
I would like to see a live action origin, but I'll take a Tales of Jedi.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that
because
even then they would have to they'd have to recast a younger version of him. It's better just to animate it, I think.
Ahsoka the White versus Balin the Gray.
I guess that was where I should have. All right. Not as much as
They circled the wagons.
Yep.
You think the Marauders on this planet would have crowbars at this point?
She tries to give Ezra's lightsaber back.
Yeah.
But he's like, been without it so long. I guess it's not really.
He's right though. Like he hasn't been using it for a decade.
She's modified it. It's hers. Gave it to her.
He knows what he's been doing.
Yeah. So he goes full.
Did you share that screen?
He goes. I did.
Okay.
I did. He goes full Donnie Yen.
The Force is my ally, guys.
Yeah.
I know that is. I like that. No, the Force. He immediately starts shooting people.
That's all I need. Oh yeah, and a blaster.
That's a classic Star Wars joke too, because Ben Kenobi does the same thing.
He should have done the whole I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. Like,
and then start running.
Yeah.
Running in fear.
Because I mean, kind of Sabine's his Baz, right? So.
Yeah, but they were both hitting their shots.
True. Did I show that? Let's just show that one more time. Force is my ally. That's all I need.
And then the Force.
I look forward to having more Ezra in the show because he's hilarious.
He is.
Fast forward to him getting blasted by the Force into one of the vehicles.
I gotta say, Sabine is really good at physical fight. Like
you see, she gets hit in the head. Like
she gets knocked around. No, she's good at the physicality of the show because some of it's a stunt woman, some of it's not.
Right.
Some of it's her, and like she does a good job, man. Her and Rosario Dawson are really good at the taking hits and fighting.
Yeah. I'm not going to share this because lightsaber fight. I want to, but if you like lightsaber fights, you need to watch this episode. It's probably the best lightsaber fight in the season so far.
And cast iron pan fight.
Cast iron pans, yes.
There we go. As we're using the Force to Force push. He felt something coming out of him.
All right, maybe maybe I got to share that. All right.
She went for a straight decapitation.
And give him a haircut. His first haircut in 10 years.
Right.
Well, he'd have a lot more hair in 10 years than that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how hairy he gets. He grew up on Lothal. It's pretty deserty. His hair could be thick but short.
Did you see that effect on her blade?
Him when he stops the saber. That was
she didn't see she's seen that move before. She's like, whoa, you can do that.
Dang it.
It is a cool. I mean, have we ever seen that before?
Well, we've seen deflections, but we haven't seen the actual
put back,
Like where the blade actually like starts to
Like starts to
bend.
warp a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I feel like maybe Kylo Ren did that.
I don't think there was warpage.
Oh,
on
it
the
was a
blade.
blaster. wasn't
He-
it?
They
No,
both
no,
him,
to
both him
Rey.
and both him and Ray stopped each other's
Each other's
blades
blades.
at different times. Like they learn things from each other.
I thought those movies don't exist.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're just garbage. They're hastily put together. They could have been fantastic,
And then,
but they were very
And they had
hastily
so
put
much-
together,
they had
and
so
then
much time and resources to do it too.
yeah, that's what it also was.
There's no
Too much of a
excuse.
committee making a movie.
Yeah, here's another.
they didn't have everything planned out beforehand either.
Here's another kind of like fight without fighting.
Right.
Just run.
Oh yeah. So Huang
He dropped bombs.
dropped some cluster bombs,
Yep.
and Ahsoka uses that break to not only escape but to steal Balin's mount.
And Balin's not injured either.
No.
Nope.
He
No,
the thing is,
well,
he just
on
accepts
to my
it.
next
He's
adventure.
like, yeah, this doesn't really stop me from my mission.
No, like yeah, I want to get that shot of him. He
Oh,
just
I
looks
think we missed over, but because Thrawn is looking down at a board, or it's gonna happen soon, right? It's coming up. Where Thrawn notices like, hey, we're missing one mercenary. So
Oh,
Thrawn knows something's up with Balin too. He didn't trust him from the beginning because he knew he was a general in the Jedi Order.
Right.
Bye, Ray Stevenson. You were great. Hope we see you again.
Yeah, I hope we find out what he was being
know.
called by.
It happens off screen. We never see him.
I don't know.
No, don't do that to me.
I'm sure we'll see him in the next episode.
His mounts inside the shell too is kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think
All
Bane's
right.
mount.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's
I hope hers
the
gets in there.
stormtroopers showing up.
Oh,
This,
there
this
you
is what
go.
you're talking
This is
about.
battle tactics,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like in Survivor. There's a mini game.
Right. Where's this mobile game for my phone?
I would try it.
Oh, see this, and this is
Yeah.
where he does.
Okay, yes, that just happened.
One short.
Where's Bane's goal? Oh, she's got like the motorcycle rider spine armor. Oh yeah, we finally get to
Yeah.
see her do the flame. I
Yeah.
was like, yes, because we were asking about it. Like, why doesn't she use it?
Right. No, like I said, in the video games, it's usually tied to having the jetpack, but
Yeah, those guys have lots of ribbons. He sent his like third class soldiers, like just the ones who are like falling apart.
All rags.
the ones that can,
This is a funny part here.
the ones they can afford to lose.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, that he wants to get
Share this maybe.
two things.
Uh-huh.
We want to talk. We want to be captured because getting captured is no problem.
And takes them to the ship.
Yeah, like,
And that's
Yeah.
not gonna
It's just funny. Wait.
happen.
we talk.
we
Yeah,
could talk. Or we could
just
Take a breath.
prisoners. There you go.
the Bean's like, what? No, I already did that. I like how Hottie's like not having it. Just fire.
Yeah, and Ahsoka shows up before they have a
And
chance
Ahsoka
to do
just wipes
anything.
the floor
Yeah,
with
it
her.
doesn't even use no saber.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, Ahsoka's a master, basically,
Mhm.
and Hottie's.
I hope I survive.
Yeah, I
Be
know.
the outcome.
What a
People
whimsical droid.
See, someone
Thoughts.
made an edit like immediately after the episode. Like literally, I think
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
that-
like 10 minutes after the episode of like, oh, I'm glad I hope to see
Oh,
the outcome.
I just
And then,
noticed
like, I'm
that-
glad that worked out, and like blows up.
I just noticed the multiple
here's yours.
push. Ezra did a force push on a group.
Yep.
He knocked over like 3 stormtroopers at once. That's cool. You don't
So-
see that a lot.
Being getting shot.
Yeah, there you go.
Doing the
Like I
block.
totally thought she got shot in the side of the face there.
And
Like,
then,
all right,
yeah.
she didn't have a scar.
The fourth is my ally,
Uh-huh.
and this blaster.
Shoot them with the
Blaster.
fire.
Blaster.
Yeah,
He had a blaster lightsaber, so he's okay.
he did. He did.
He knows how to. She used a whistling bird.
Yeah.
It was like larger than.
Well, it
whistling
was
bird.
like the single
The
rocket.
gauntlet
Mhm.
rocket. So she's just using all. She's like, I might as well use up all my weapons now.
Right.
Get 'em used
Like
up.
someone
Yeah.
gave her the memo that we were in the episode before the
Yeah.
finale.
Yeah, what am I saving this for?
Uh-huh.
I gotta use it up.
She saved her potions till the end.
And then we got Balin. I mean, not Balin. Thrawn calling the retreat because Balin's MIA. and it, you know,
This is kind of what he wanted
And-
to happen. He's not worried at all.
yeah,
He's just gonna redefine victory
And
into
yeah.
his terms.
yeah. Morgan Elsbeth's like, what the hell are you doing,
No, because
dude?
he went in with like very low priorities. This is a very low
And-
priority battle.
Like he said, the enemy's time.
Yeah,
They got their Night Sisters corpses loaded up. Because probably what they're taking is
That's
a
what I
bunch of
think,
Night
too.
Sisters
Those
to the other
pods.
galaxy and then
And 'cause
resurrect them.
There'll be like super
Yeah.
soldiers in the other galaxy. Unstoppable undead army.
yep.
So he's like, I'm
Yeah.
walking away now. This is over. I won.
Okay, here's my question though. If they're dead and it's incompatible with the 3 or whatever,
Yeah.
like based on the power dynamics of that universe, what's gonna make the other galaxy any better? What's gonna stop the
We're
Night
gonna- we're
Sisters?
gonna find, there's something in the other galaxy they think they can use. I like this. This
A lot more people.
Imperial drone. There's like a chime, like
Yeah.
a retreat chime that you hear.
Mhm.
And I've never heard that sound before. It's a
No,
new-
but that drone
Uh-huh.
is the same drone in the special edition of A New Hope. It's like flying through Mos Eisley and it
Yeah.
crashes into somebody and something bonks it down. I can't remember
Same
what the
style
creatures
drone,
were.
huh?
Yeah, but it's the same little thing.
Star Wars having drones before drones were
Yeah,
super popular.
where you could buy them at Best
Like
Buy.
even Maul had his 3 little spy drones.
Yeah.
For little pods. Like, they're like, oh, never mind, get out of here.
Yeah,
Run.
they just straight stop combat and
well,
look
because
away.
they know if they don't make it back, they're stuck on this planet forever. So
Yeah,
might as well
you
just
are
bail.
not going back to the normal.
They're not even doing
your
a
home
fighting
galaxy.
retreat. They're just straight retreating.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows.
And she has no idea what that chime
Yeah.
means because she's a mercenary.
And Hadi realizes that she is screwed. Completely screwed.
This is
We
what
don't
this
care
is
about
kind of
her.
what makes me feel like she's going to end up
Now,
being.
does it
Well,
surprise you
look at
that
the look
like
on
she
her face,
officer
though. Like she's on the verge of crying there, almost.
I know. Her
Yeah.
master
She's betrayed and like alone, and being offered help by the Jedi.
For a brief second, I thought maybe, but I was like, no, she's gonna run. She's gonna run. She's gonna run. And
But
like,
remember-
5 seconds later, she's out of it.
I
Her
guess.
master hasn't been vilifying them that much. Like, I mean,
No, he even says it's a shame that we have to kill them.
right. So, like, when they're offered the chance, like, I can help you.
Yeah, there was no. I figured she wasn't gonna. Accept. I was like, she's gonna run. She's gonna run. There's panic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she doesn't. But she's not fast enough to get on the ship. She gets on her mountain,
Bro,
rides
the way
away.
it skipped forward there, like that was. That tripped
No,
me out.
sorry.
Okay, no,
I did that.
But yeah, she bails.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see her in the next episode? Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we
But
will.
A lot of people were like, I hope she actually doesn't turn good because it's just, it happens so often.
I think it's just a
Not
wild
this
card,
episode.
though.
Yeah, it's nice to have a chaotic person in there. I hope she stays chaotic.
Mm-hmm. You go either way.
I kind of feel like she's going to end up being a Mara Jade type character
Okay.
and
Forces you.
end up in a relationship with Ezra. And then
Okay.
Sabine's going to have to deal with her as like a sister-in-law.
Oh my God. I would like to see her as like a bounty hunter or something like that.
That would be cool.
Just like not like she shows up every once in a while in like future projects and like slices some people in half and then
Yeah.
then bounces up. Maybe working for the Hutts or something.
But then she'd have to get back to the other galaxy.
Mhm.
And you say that's not going to happen.
She might.
She
Well, I guess for these people.
I think I'm gonna stick to. I don't think they're making it back this
those
season.
you think these
They
three,
might make it back eventually, but not this season.
I think they will. I think somehow they'll get that ship that Ahsoka has either inside the Star Destroyer or attached to the hyperspace ring, and they're going to get a ride.
They're going to pull the old maneuver of hiding it behind the bridge.
But then what happens to
Yes.
Balin then? Then Balin's gonna be stuck here, or he's gonna. Take
Well, I
the
mean,
role between-
Balin-
Remember what I said about that
Balin?
door?
He's gonna just.
Walk through the galaxy. Like,
And go on the
hey,
other side.
it's going guys on the other side.
So what you're
just
saying is
walking
that that's
off
it.
into-
We'll never see this galaxy again.
That's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah,
Okay.
this
Well,
is
the-
a one and done. But they
Okay. One
but
and
they
done.
have the star map to this galaxy map. Like they can find it again if they need to. They have to get all the crazy warp engines, but they can do it.
I just thought it would be a convenient thing if somebody gets stuck here.
So then it would explain why
Why
we
she's
don't
not
have
anywhere
her.
in the-
Yeah, in the
But wow, what an
I think
episode.
I think there needs to be more Ahsoka in our universe.
She's not done yet in the
Yeah.
in the
I think by
Prime Star Wars.
I think by putting them in a separate galaxy, it just dilutes it. It takes
Yeah.
away a bunch of characters that people love and puts them in a scenario where they're not going to interact with anything else familiar ever again.
I think one of the problems that Star Wars actually has is that they continue making universes smaller and smaller. Like everyone is a related member of a family, and it's
Yeah,
maybe this is a way. Maybe this is the way to undo that.
Well, the thing is that you can.
It's like when
both
Lando
things,
finds
both,
his daughter at the end of.
both things can exist in the universe. Like you can have Ahsoka doing her own thing on a separate part of the galaxy, and it doesn't have to necessarily be related to like the latest sequel.
No, and maybe they do eventually get back to the universe. I'm just thinking this next episode. I think they're going to have to figure out like that the cliffhanger will be like they're stuck there, and now we have to figure out how to get back. But I could be totally wrong. I mean, this is all speculation based on.
I think they'll make it back because there's the presumption of this is a one and done series, and to just leave them off in another galaxy, it's like if they don't do another season, people are going to be really pissed off. If they're at least back in the normal area, the normal universe,
I never actually watched.
They get the possibility of being a cameo in another episode of another character's show.
Speaking of which, the more Hayden Christensen Anakin that we get, the better. Like because he was erased from the Star Wars records because they didn't want anybody to know who Darth Vader was. So I love getting more of him, like just like leftover messages and notes and reports and all kinds of stuff about him. The more we see him, the better, man.
Totally.
Like seeing him just in that hologram this episode, like one of the highlights of the entire episode. Well, we got another week, last episode of the season.
Yeah, one more.
And then 3-4 years for the next season. If there isn't even a Ahsoka.
Hopefully,
come on, man.
I have
faith in corporate synergy and know that like we're gonna have like
synergize.
Did the other,
correct me if
we'll
I'm
do a
wrong, but
movie in about 8 years.
over the weekend, they said that there was a tentative agreement with the Writers Guild, and the studios.
That's really
is it still tentative? They're still voting on that.
I think that's pretty much like going to happen.
Okay.
But there's still the Screen Actors Guild is out on strike still.
Right.
Which we support 100%.
Yep.
Pay your actors.
Yep.
Greedy SOBs.
Pay the people that do the work, not the people that sit in the office and don't do nothing.
100%.
And it's
we wouldn't have this show. We wouldn't be talking about this show if it was for the actors and writers. Who write this stuff. So recognize.
Gotta take. So we cover everything. You made your predictions.
I'm totally okay with being wrong. By the way.
I'm betting on everybody makes it home next week. Hopefully we get another cool cameo. It'd be cool to see Zeb.
That would be good.
A Zeb and Ezra scene. That would be great.
Yeah, Zeb needs to make at least an appearance in the series. I don't know.
So far, he's just been a mention.
Yeah, he's training. Apparently,
how would you feel if it was just like a little beginning scene, like Carson hanging out with like Zeb at the bar, and it has nothing to do with it?
If it's Carson, Zeb, and Hera, then I'm okay. If Zeb and Hera are together, I'm cool. But I want Zeb with Rebels cast members. I don't want Zeb and just Carson because we've seen that already.
I think we're gonna. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna get back. I don't know if they're gonna get back this season.
Well, it means good not to know.
It would be kind of. To be fair, it is kind of predictable if they get trapped there because it's a cliffhanger. It's like a trope. To be stuck somewhere. It's a cliffhanger. But I just feel like that's what it's going to go. And I want to find out what Balin's doing.
There's something worse about the
what are you doing? What are you searching for? Let us at least know what that is before the season finishes. I'll be annoyed if he just kind of looks moody and
goes wandering off into a mysterious location or a dark cave
and then that's
foggy,
it. Like the actor's gone, so we can never get the resolution on that.
Down a backlit hallway, and then that's it. Like, oh boy.
Yeah, he goes into like a poorly lit tunnel or something.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. Please like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And may the force be with you. And with that.